November 27th, 2025, Thursday night. America is on Thanksgiving holiday. Wall Street is dark, traders are home, but the world keeps turning. Tokyo is open, Shanghai is open, London awaits the morning. Silver price is testing $54, a level not seen in 13 years. But nobody knows that the next 24 hours will change modern financial history. 30 miles west of Chicago, in the town of Aurora, the Cyrus One data center hums quietly. This isn't just a building. It's where the world's commodity pulse beats. Every millisecond, billions of dollars in transactions. Gold, silver, oil, all priced here. But tonight, something goes wrong. Eastern Time, 2:44 a.m. Screens freeze. Algorithms fall silent. An 11-hour blackout begins. And at that exact moment, in Comex vaults in New York, 450 tons of silver begins to disappear.
The official explanation is simple: cooling system failure. Multiple chiller units collapsed at the Cyrus One CHI-1 facility. Servers at risk of overheating. Emergency shutdown protocol activated. But the market isn't buying this explanation. Why? The timing. Silver is about to break through the critical $54 resistance level when the system stops. The day before, the Federal Reserve's overnight liquidity report shows an abnormal $24.4 billion usage. Where is this money going? Who's getting margin called? The theory: one of the big banks, maybe JP Morgan, maybe HSBC, is trapped in a massive short position. If silver keeps rising, billions in losses. Margin call came. No liquidity to close the position. Solution: stop the game. Buy 11 hours. Reorganize positions. Find collateral. Or pull real metal from the vaults and deliver. High-frequency trading firms operating in the co-location system are in shock. Their servers are next to the exchange. They paid millions for microsecond advantage. Now completely blind. For 11 hours, they can't see prices, can't trade, can't protect their positions. Is this a circuit breaker, or is it really a malfunction? No transparency. CME just says technical issue. But the market is writing a different story. Now we come to the critical part. The story of 450 tons of silver vanishing. To understand COMEX stocks, you need to know two categories. Eligible, meets exchange standards, stored in vaults but not pledged for delivery. Private ownership, just stored there. Registered, warranted, waiting ready for delivery. The market's real supply, metal used to close short positions. Before Thanksgiving, registered stocks are around 750 tons, already a historic low. But then something happens. The delivery period for December futures contracts begins, and buyers don't want cash, they want physical metal. In the first 4 days, 9,527 contracts demand delivery. Each contract is 5,000 ounces, total 47.6 million ounces. That's 1,481 tons. But here's the bomb. In a single event, one day or over the weekend, 450 tons, 14.5 million ounces, suddenly disappears from the registered category. That's 60% of registered stocks, overnight. What's happening? 3 scenarios. Scenario 1. A major industrial player, Samsung, Tesla, maybe a giant Chinese solar panel manufacturer, is stockpiling frantically. Let me get my metal before the crisis hits. Scenario 2. Clearing members realize they can't make physical delivery because there's no metal. They are borrowing urgently from eligible and transferring to registered. But this is accounting fraud. No new real metal is coming. Scenario 3. The darkest. The exchange is on the brink of actual delivery default. System about to explode. That 11-hour outage was bought time for a panic solution. Result? 450 tons lost. And when the system reopens, the market goes crazy. After passing 56,000, algorithms trigger stop-loss orders. Speculators in short positions close in panic. Every close is a new buy. Short squeeze begins. Short squeeze. Short sellers must buy to limit losses, but the more they buy, the higher price goes. Vicious cycle. December 1, $58.83, all-time high. In 1980, it peaked at $50, inflation adjusted $180. In 2011, $48. Now $58 and not stopping. Market message is clear. Paper games are over. Physical reality won.
For years, the silver community has been saying this: naked shorting, manipulating the market with paper contracts that have no physical backing. How does it work? COMEX operates on a fractional reserve system, 1 ton of silver in the vault, but maybe 100 tons of paper contracts trading in the market. Like the Bank of England Gold Vault, you've sold the same bar to 10 people, no problem, as long as nobody wants physical delivery. Here's how the system works. Big banks, JP Morgan, HSBC, Scotiabank, as market makers, open millions of ounces in short positions. Each sale suppresses price. As long as traders accept cash settlement, physical delivery never happens. Leverage ratio sometimes reaches 100 to 1, meaning for every 1 ounce in the vault, there are 100 ounces of paper silver in the market. But in November 2025, the game changes. Buyers no longer want paper, they want metal. 47.6 million ounces delivery demand. That's 5 times the total registered vault stock.
Math is simple. You can't deliver because it doesn't exist. And then backwardation begins. This is a condition that should never happen in a durable metal like silver. Normal market. Futures price greater than spot price because storage costs exist. Backwardation. Spot price greater than futures price because finding metal now is impossible. On November 28th, spot silver is $2.30 more expensive than 3-month futures. This is mathematical proof. Physical shortage is real. The 450-ton deletion opened a real hole. Contango backwardation difference normally creates arbitrage opportunity. But now, nobody can arbitrage because there's no physical metal. Theoretical profit exists, but practically impossible. Market makers are crying. We provide liquidity, they say. No, you're manipulating. Now the bill is being paid. The paper dam broke. Only reality remains, and reality hurts.
But why did price rise so much? Just speculators? No. The real driver, industrial necessity. Silver is no longer just an investment metal. It's the critical industrial raw material of the 21st century. Solar energy. The world is transitioning to green energy. Every solar panel has silver paste. Old technology, PERC cells, used 100 milligrams per watt. New generation N-type, TOPCon, and HJT cells use 140 to 160 milligrams, 40 to 60% more. In 2024, the world installed 450 gigawatts of solar panels. In 2025, targeting 550 gigawatts. That's 150 to 180 million ounces of silver annually just for solar. Electric vehicles. Tesla Model 3, 1 ounce of silver. Traditional car, 0.5 ounces of silver. In EV contact points, battery management systems, charging infrastructure. 15 million EVs sold in 2025 will be 50 million in 2030. Artificial intelligence and data centers.
ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, all run in giant data centers. NVIDIA H100 GPUs, high-performance servers, all use silver connections. Thermal management, electrical conductivity, no alternative to silver. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all building giant AI data centers. Each one thousands of tons of silver. Defense and space. F-35 fighter jet, 500 ounces of silver. Destroyer warship, 10,000 plus ounces of silver. Radar systems, missile guidance systems, satellite components. The problem: these industries are price insensitive. They can't stop production lines. Silver at $60, they'll buy. $80, they'll still buy. $100, No alternative, they must buy. No substitution. Copper is 95% conductivity, gold 90%, silver 100%. Same for thermal conductivity. Antibacterial properties also unique. Result: chronic deficit. Since 2021 total deficit, 820 million ounces. 2025 single-year deficit, 95 million ounces. Every year, the world consumes more silver than it produces. How do we cover the deficit? Recycling 15%, rest from existing stocks. But stocks are depleting. The 450-ton withdrawal from COMEX is big industrial players, let me get it before stocks run out panic. No future without silver. And silver is running out.
The 450-ton deletion isn't just supply-demand, it's a geopolitical earthquake. China factor. China is the world's largest silver consumer. 80% of solar panels are made in China. JA Solar, Trina Solar, LONGi, giants. Also the largest refiner. But their own mines don't cover consumption. They're in importer position. Shanghai Futures Exchange, SHFE, stocks hit a 10-year low in October 2025, 150 tons. While COMEX had 750 tons, Shanghai had 150. China's message is clear: bring the West's metal here. Shanghai Gold Exchange, SGE, spot premiums skyrocketed. They're paying $1 to $2 ounce premium over London. Load the goods on ships, send to Shanghai. During the CME outage, price discovery shifted to Shanghai. For the first time, not New York, but Shanghai determined world silver price. Power shift. India factor. India is a traditional silver holder. Weddings, festivals, jewelry. But now industrial use is also exploding. In 2024-2025, India's imports increased 60%. They saw price drops as opportunity. Imported 600 to 700 tons. BRICS Plus strategy. BRICS bloc, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa plus new members, building dollar-independent trade system. Backing for new currency, gold and silver. They're accumulating physical reserves. They don't want paper contracts, they want metal. After sanctions, Russia turned to physical assets. Increased gold reserves, viewing silver as strategic stock. US bombshell, critical mineral status. Early November, just 3 weeks before Thanksgiving, US government officially added silver to the critical mineral list. What does it mean? Silver now has same status as lithium, cobalt, rare earth elements, national security material. Potential consequences: export restrictions, strategic reserve requirements, foreign investment barriers, emergency seizure authority. International buyers panicked. Let's withdraw our metal from COMEX before US imposes export ban.
The 450-ton deletion is actually capital flight. China, India, Middle East countries, all sending their metal from New York vaults to their countries. Repatriation, return of assets to homeland. Germany did it in 2013, demanded their gold back from Federal Reserve. Now, same thing happening with silver. Message: my metal in your vault should no longer be under your control, but under my control. COMEX's role is ending. Its function as physical delivery hub shifting to Shanghai. New York remains home of paper games. But nobody trusts paper games anymore. East is winning. West is losing. 450 tons is its symbol.
The 450-ton deletion isn't just supply-demand, it's a geopolitical earthquake. China factor. China is the world's largest silver consumer. 80% of solar panels are made in China. JA Solar, Trina Solar, LONGi, giants. Also the largest refiner. But their own mines don't cover consumption. They're in importer position. Shanghai Futures Exchange, SHFE, stocks hit a 10-year low in October 2025, 150 tons. While COMEX had 750 tons, Shanghai had 150. China's message is clear: bring the West's metal here. Shanghai Gold Exchange, SGE, spot premiums skyrocketed. they're paying $1 to $2 ounce premium over London. Load the goods on ships, send to Shanghai. During the CME outage, price discovery shifted to Shanghai. For the first time, not New York, but Shanghai determined world silver price. Power shift. India factor. India is a traditional silver holder. Weddings, festivals, jewelry. But now industrial use is also exploding.
So what happens now? Were the 450-ton deletion and Thanksgiving collapse just the beginning? Default scenario. If registered stocks continue emptying at current rate, 10 to 15 million ounces daily, COMEX could face physical default before the December 23 delivery date. What happens? Force majeure declared. Sorry, we can't make physical delivery. Cash settlement mandatory. But cash at what price? Official COMEX price? Then physical market price explodes. Street price versus exchange price divergence. COMEX says, silver is $58. Physical sellers say, bars $90 plus 50% premium. Market splits in two. Paper market in its own world, physical market in another. This happened with platinum in 2008. Exchange price $1,500, but you couldn't find physical bars. In 2020 with silver too, bar premiums hit 80%. Now could be worse, because there's industrial demand. Tesla can't stop production line. Regulatory intervention.
CFTC, Commodity Futures Trading Commission, will investigate. Congressional hearings will happen. Questions. Was CME outage really coincidence? Is there market manipulation? Do clearing members have adequate physical resource? Is collocation system fair? Possible regulations. Tightening position limits. One player can open max X contracts. Increasing margin requirements. Must deposit more cash, leverage drops. Mandatory physical reserve ratio. Paper must have real metal backing. But these regulations squeeze shorts further. More short squeeze. Prices rise even more. New price floor, $50. 1980, $50 peak, then collapse. 2011, $48 peak, then 13-year consolidation. 2025, $58, but this time different. Difference. Industrial necessity. In 1980, silver was speculative play. In 2025, no solar panel without silver. $50 now the floor. Industrial buyers will never see below $50 because they are buyers at any price. Toward $100. If supply crisis continues, mining production not increasing, recycling limited, demand exploding, stocks melting, math is simple. Supply-demand balance establishes at $100. Analyst firms, Bank of America, $100 target by end 2026. Goldman Sachs, $90 to $110 band in 2027. CPM Group, $80 near term, $125 long term. But these are conservative estimates. If default happens, even $150 to $200 possible. New World Order. Silver is no longer just a commodity, it's a geopolitical power tool. If China takes silver control, it can pressure Western tech firms. Want silver? Play by our rules. If US brought critical mineral status, it prioritizes allies. Ban sales to adversary nations. Is silver the new oil? Could be. Because it's the foundation of the electric future. Retail investor. The silver squeeze movement that started on Reddit proved right. Buy physical, collapse the paper market, they said. It worked. But what now? Physical bars, hold them. But liquidity risk exists. When you want to sell, you may have to pay premium. Mining stocks, leveraged play. If silver rises 50%, mining stocks could rise 200%, but risky. Silver ETFs, SLV, PSLV. Careful. Despite claims SLV is physically backed, there are doubts. PSLV more reliable. Sprott. Crypto tokenized silver, new generation. Silver on blockchain. Liquidity exists, physical redemption right exists, but regulatory risk. Final message. Thanksgiving 2025 will go down in history books. The day paper money's dominance over silver broke. 450 tons isn't just a number, it's a symbol. Symbol of system fragility, declining Western power, birth of new order. The cooling system failure at Cyrus 1 is an excuse. The real failure? The paper empire system. That system no longer works. The future belongs to those with physical. Seeing numbers on screen isn't enough. The metal must be in your hand, in your vault, under your control.
Because in the digital world, the system can lock you out. The 11-hour outage proved that. But the physical silver in your hand? Nobody can freeze it, delete it, cut it. The game changed. Rules being rewritten, and this time, winners will be those holding reality. $58 is the beginning. $100 is the next stop. But these are just numbers. What's really changing? Power. Where power resides. And power is now on the side of physical assets. Welcome to the new Silver Age.
November 27 2025 Silver Liberation Day. Paper died. Physical lives.